In this topic, we are going to talk about the problems with being a people pleaser and how you can stop being a people pleaser. Hello, my lovelies. I'm Dr. Sonia, your daily motivational coach, and I'm going to discuss how to stop being a people pleaser. Now, if you've been a people pleaser all your life, your decision making process is driven by the question, what makes someone else happy? If you are a people pleaser, then you gain others' approval, you make them happy for a moment, and then you feel pretty good about yourself. And since things are going so smoothly and everyone around you is happy, why would you rock the boat? However, in doing so, you hardly ever reach your own goals. You are so busy being that perfect person, running from one person to another, seeking approval for your behavior, that you have become dependent on pleasing everyone. And in that process, you have forgotten about impressing the most important person in your life. And that most important person is yourself. Now, one of the problems with always seeking approval is that others will pick up on this behavior of yours and can psychologically manipulate you. People quickly realize that you're a people pleaser and will take advantage of this to manipulate your behavior to their liking. Now, you simply can't please everyone, so don't even waste so much time. Trying to please everyone makes everyone happy except you, and you are the most important part of the happiness equation. If when making decisions you consider everyone but yourself, you will never achieve your own happiness. If you think you're a people pleaser, don't worry, you're not alone. Think of that young wife who eats salad for breakfast, lunch, and dinner so that she can fit into that dress and please her husband. Think of the employee who works through their lunch break just to please their boss. Think of that boyfriend who keeps changing his looks just so his girlfriend is pleased. When others' approval becomes the rationale for your decision-making process, you lose sight of your own needs. You lose sight of your own goals. You lose sight of your happiness. You lose your own identity. Do what makes you happy. At the end of the day, the only person you need to answer to is yourself. By freeing yourself from constantly pleasing others, you expand more energy onto your own goals, thereby setting yourself up for long-term success. Now, don't let others kill your dreams before they become a reality. Have confidence in yourself and trust that your inner voice is directing you onto the right path. Whether you're trying to get hundreds of likes on social media or you're anxiously going through the comments on a blog that you've written, it always seems like your happiness depends on what other people think of you. And it is tiring trying to please everyone. Eventually, your mind finds it difficult to cope with all the pressure and you start feeling stressed, exhausted, and full of despair because everyone around you is happy except yourself. So, what's the solution? Your time is important. Use it wisely. Imagine every day you have $1,440 deposited into your bank account. Now, there's only one rule: that money must be spent on that day by 12 midnight. Whatever is remaining after that disappears and the account is reset again the next day. What would you do? You would attempt to spend every single dollar before midnight. Similarly, we all have such a bank and it's called time. Every day you have 1,440 minutes. The account gets wiped out at midnight and it's reset again. Now ask yourself, out of that 1,440 minutes, how much do you spend on others and how much do you spend on yourself? If you take a realistic look at yourself, you spend the majority of your allocated time doing things to please others. Please your parents, your siblings, your spouse, your children, employers, friends, community. The list is endless. Very little time is spent on yourself. You need to start spending more of that 1440 minutes on yourself. You need to make conscious choices about what's right for you. Instead of making decisions on what is right for other people, you start making decisions about what's best for you. When you start making your own choices and you're committed to doing what is right for you, you will be able to create a life based on your own terms and conditions. Now, as you start focusing on your own needs, it's very likely that other people will start giving you disapproving looks. They'll make comments about how you've changed so much. They'll even emotionally blackmail you, and you have to expect this, especially if you've been a people pleaser most of your life. But as time goes by and you get closer to your own needs and wants, these negative reactions will not bother you so much and they'll start to reduce. So do things that make you feel good. To be able to make clear choices that are solely based on your needs, you need to start focusing on what you want and pay attention to behaviors that make you feel good. And then focus more on these behaviors that make you happy, irrespective of how other people around you feel. You also need to be truthful to yourself. As you engage in these behaviors that make you happy, assess whether you're doing it because it's right for you or because it's right for someone else. So, in conclusion, impressing others is a major mind block that stops us from focusing and achieving our goals. We are so busy trying to please everyone else that we lose sight of our own needs and desires. It's all well and good when we do something and people cheer us, or we get those compliments, claps, and the endless likes on social media. The worry is when we become so dependent on these compliments that our decision-making process is driven by the question, what will make others happy? Now, the drawback is if the person who was cheering and clapping for you decides to withdraw their compliments, you are very likely to feel disappointed and discouraged because you had subconsciously formed an addiction to their positive feedback. You will feel lost and you'll feel unsure of yourself. Now, to have a winning mindset that is filled with happiness and success and optimism, you need to stop spending your valuable time and energy impressing other people. Praise is nice to hear every so often, but don't let it drive your decision-making process. It's simple, just stop. Instead, do things that make you happy, things that bring a smile to your face, not a smile to other people's face. Believe in yourself and become your own cheerleader. So that's all for today, my lovelies. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, God bless.